Hello friends, welcome to Infinity for All. Today we will begin with the next theorem of the topic line integrals. First of all, we will see what the question is like, what we have to prove, and then we will begin with the proof. So theorem 2 says if U is an open set in the R2 or R3 space and gamma is a parameterized curve in U, then first part of the question is that we have to define line integral of f along gamma for a continuous function f from U to R. The second part of the question says that alpha and beta are two equivalent parameterized curves, then we have to show that the line integral of f along alpha and beta coincide. Let us begin. First we will define line integral of a scalar field. Let U be an open set of R2 or R3 and let f be a function from U to R be a continuous scalar field. Okay, then let gamma be a continuous path in U and alpha be a parameterization or function from AB to U be a smooth parameterization of gamma. Then the line integral of f along gamma is defined as, so here firstly we are given that U is an open subset of R2 or R3 space and f is a function which has U as the domain and goes to real numbers is a continuous scalar field. Now gamma is a continuous path, or we can say it is a curve in U, and alpha is a parameterization from interval AB to U and it is smooth, that means it is continuously differentiable or continuous throughout the path. So let us see the definition of line integral for a scalar field. Line integral of f over gamma f d alpha is equal to integration a to b f alpha of t norm of alpha dash of t dt. This is the formula for line integral. Now we are given that alpha and beta are equivalent parameterizations. So let alpha be a parameterization from AB to U and beta be a parameterization from CD to U. So let us begin. First we will write the conditions for equivalent parameterizations. So we have defined alpha and beta be two equivalent parameterizations. So the three conditions are, first, as we know, h will be a function from interval CD to interval AB. So then if they are equivalent parameterization, so therefore there exists h from CD to AB such that firstly h is differentiable, second h dash exists and it is not equal to 0 on interval CD, and the third condition is range of h should be equal to interval AB and beta should be equal to alpha composite h. So let us begin. Now we know that these three conditions are necessary for the two curves to be equivalently parameterized. But here we are given that it is equivalent, that these are two equivalent parameterized curves, so we have written the necessary conditions. Now we will write what we have to prove. So to prove that, first part says that we have to prove that the line integrals coincide. That means line integral of the function f over the curve gamma d alpha will be equal to line integral of the function f over the curve gamma with respect to parameterization of beta. So let us consider the right hand side first. We will rewrite line integral of f with respect to beta over gamma is equal to, abhi formula was in the form of alpha and AB. So similarly we have to change the values for parameterization of beta. the domain is CD for beta, so integral will be from C to D. The function will change, that in place of alpha it will be beta. So f beta of t dot product norm of beta dash of t dt. But since we know that alpha and beta are equivalent, and one of the conditions says that beta will be equal to alpha composite h, so we will write beta is equal to alpha composite h. Now we need beta dash also, so beta, first we'll write beta and alpha composite h in form of t. So beta t is equal to alpha composite h of t, that is alpha of h of t. So this is the value of beta t. Let us find the value of beta dash of t. So that we will find from this. For that we will use chain rule. So beta dash of t is equal to alpha dash of h of t into अंदर वाले टर्म का डेरिवेटिव, that will be h dash of t. Okay, now let us replace these terms in the definition of line integral. So line integral of f with respect to beta over gamma is equal to integration from c to d f of, now beta of t value is alpha of h of t, so f of alpha of h of t, the whole into or dot product norm of, now beta dash of t is alpha dash of h of t into h dash of t, so norm of alpha dash of h of t into h dash of t, norm complete dt. Now here, after removing h dash of t outside the norm, we know that it will have modulus. So for separating these two terms, we take it outside and write it in modulus. That becomes norm of alpha dash of h of t into mod of h dash of t into dt. Okay, the reason is, since h goes from CD to AB. Now this is the basic condition, or this is where we have defined the function h. So that is the reason why we have written it in mod. Now the next part will be, since it is in mod, when we take it out of the mod sign, the value will be positive or negative. So first we will see case 1, h dash is greater than 0. So the formula for line integral will become, therefore integral line integral f d beta over gamma is equal to t is equal to c to d f of alpha of h of t dot product alpha dash h of t, and this term will be positive h dash of t, no mod sign, to dt. Okay, now we will use some substitution so that we can solve it easily and get the whole term in the form of parameterization of alpha. So put h of t is equal to v, and differentiating that we get h dash of t is equal to dv. So h dash of t dt is equal to dv. Now since we have used substitution, the limits will also change. So when t is equal to c, v will be equal to h of c, and when t is equal to d, v will be h of d. But the curves are parameterized or equivalent parameterizations, and the function h goes from cd to ab. So therefore h of c will be equal to a and h of d will be equal to b. The main reason for this is that h dash is greater than 0 and h is strictly increasing. So the reason is, since h dash is greater than 0 and h is strictly increasing. Now let us put all these values in the formula. That is the value of v, or replace h of t by v and replace h dash of t by corresponding values. So line integral of f with respect to d beta over gamma is equal to integration from c to d f of, now instead of alpha of t, instead of h of t we will write v, instead of h of c we will write a, instead of h of d we will write b. So the limit t is equal to a now changes to, t is equal to c now changes to a, and t is equal to d changes to b. So f into alpha of v and inside norm alpha dash of h of t will be alpha dash of v into dv, because h dash of t into dt was the value of dv. Let us see. Here it is, the value of dv is equal to h dash of t dt. So that is what we have replaced in the formula. Here norm wasn't completed. So now this is the particular formula in terms of alpha parameterization or the parameterization alpha. So we can rewrite it as line integral over gamma f d alpha. We had begun with d beta, we had written the formula in the form of d beta, and we have got it in the form of alpha or d alpha. So in case 1 we have proved that the parameterization of the curves coincide. Now let us see case 2, h dash is less than 0. So let us again write line integral of f d beta over gamma is equal to integrations t goes from c to d f of alpha of h of t norm of alpha dash of h of t mod of h dash of t. So when mod is taken out, but since h dash is less than 0, so we will get minus h dash of t dt. So let us take the minus sign out. So minus integration t is equal to c to d f alpha of h of t norm of alpha dash of h of t dt. Sorry, h dash of t dt. So now again we will do, or we will use substitution. So let v is equal to h of t, and v, or derivative, will be dv is equal to h dash of t dt. Now since we have used substitution, the limits will change. So when t is equal to c, we get v is equal to h of c, and t is equal to d, then v is equal to h of d. But now h goes from cd to ab. Therefore h of c will be equal to b, and h of d will be equal to a. The reason is h dash is less than 0 and h is strictly decreasing. H dash is less than 0, h is strictly decreasing. So now let us substitute the values in the formula. So we will get line integral over gamma f d beta is equal to minus. Now the value of c will be replaced by b, and d will be replaced by a, and minus as it is f of, instead of h of t we will write v. So f of alpha of v into norm of alpha dash of, instead of h of t, v, and now h dash of t dt is replaced by dv. That is what we have found. So now let the minus be as it is, and when we interchange the limits, we will get one more minus sign. So minus bracket minus a to b minus integration a to b f of alpha of v norm of alpha dash of v dv. So minus and minus gets neutralized, so integration from a to b f of alpha of v norm of alpha dash of v dv. So again we had begun with beta parameterization, but we have ended with alpha parameterization. So we can replace the formula by line integral of f over gamma d alpha. Since we had begun with beta and we have ended up with alpha, so line integral of f over gamma d alpha. So in both the cases, both the line integrals of both the parameterizations are found to be equal. So it means that line integrals of both the parameterizations alpha and beta coincide. So let us write it. Therefore in both the cases line integral of f d alpha d beta gamma is equal to line integral of f d alpha over gamma. Therefore line integrals coincide for alpha and beta. Thank you for watching today's video. Please do like, share and comment. Leave your feedback in the comment section. It is valuable to us. If you are new to the channel, please do subscribe and recommend it to your friends also. Thank you.